We begin with the most widespread mechanism, the pitfall trap, best known in pitcher plants. On the surface, the pitcher looks like a passive urn filled with liquid, but the physics at play are brutal. The plant secretes sweet-smelling nectar along its rim, known as the peristome. To a fly or an ant, this seems like a free meal. But the peristome is covered in microscopic waxy ridges that, when wet, trap a paper-thin layer of water. This creates a surface virtually frictionless, slippery as pure ice. The moment an insect steps on it, gravity takes over. It plunges into a pool of digestive enzymes below. The inner walls are coated in flaky wax that clogs the insect's feet, making it impossible to scale the sides. Exhausted and unable to fly out of the narrow tube, the prey drowns, and the plant absorbs its dissolved body over several days. Some species, like Nepenthes raja, have grown so large that their pitfall traps can hold over 2 liters of fluid, occasionally capturing small frogs, lizards, and even rodents. Next is the flypaper trap, utilized by sundews and butterworts. Instead of hiding a cavity, these plants display their weapons in plain sight. Sundew leaves are covered in hundreds of tiny stalked glands that secrete glistening droplets of mucilage. To passing insects, these droplets look like fresh morning dew. The trap is a 2-step death sentence. First, the glue is extraordinarily sticky and elastic. As the insect struggles to pull away, it touches more tentacles, coating its body in the viscous liquid. Second, the plant senses the pressure of the struggling prey and triggers a rapid growth response on one side of its leaf. Within minutes, the leaf curls inward around the victim like a closing fist. The mucilage smothers the insect by clogging its spiracles, the small openings it uses to breathe, causing death by suffocation before digestive enzymes break down its exoskeleton. While most carnivorous plants hunt in the air, the lobster-pot trap operates completely underground. Found in corkscrew plants, these species don't bother with green leaves above ground for hunting. Instead, they grow modified Y-shaped subterranean leaves that act as underground labyrinths. Microscopic soil organisms, such as protozoans and tiny worms, crawl into tiny openings along the spiral arms, drawn in by a slight water current generated by the plant. Once inside, turning back is physically impossible. The interior of the tube is lined with thousands of stiff, backward-pointing hairs. Moving forward into the tunnel is easy, but pushing against the directional hairs blocks any escape. The prey has no choice but to keep moving deeper into the dark spiral until it reaches a central stomach chamber where it is trapped, killed, and digested. Perhaps the most famous mechanism of all is the snap trap, iconic to the Venus flytrap. Unlike passive traps, the Venus flytrap uses active mechanical movement powered by bioelectricity. Inside each lobe are tiny, sensitive trigger hairs. Closing the trap requires a huge expenditure of energy, so the plant relies on a biological memory system to avoid closing on falling leaves or raindrops. If an insect touches one hair, nothing happens. But if it touches a second hair, or the same hair twice, within 20 seconds, an electrical action potential surges through the leaf. In less than 1/10 of a second, hydraulic pressure inside the cells shifts, causing the leaf lobes to snap from convex to concave, interlocking its edge spines like prison bars. If the trapped insect continues to struggle, it repeatedly triggers the hairs, signaling to the plant that a large, nutrient-rich meal is inside. Only then does the trap seal hermetically and flood the chamber with acid. Finally, we reach the most complex and lightning-fast killing machine in the entire plant kingdom, the suction trap found in aquatic bladderworts. Living in freshwater ponds, bladderworts feature tiny, transparent underwater capsules called bladders. The plant actively pumps water out of these bladders, creating a powerful internal vacuum and causing the walls of the capsule to squeeze inward under negative pressure. The trap is sealed shut by a tiny hinged door. Outside the door sit delicate trigger hairs. When a water flea or a mosquito larva brushes against these hairs, it acts like a lever, unsealing the door. In less than 1 millisecond, 100 times faster than the blink of a human eye, the bladder expands, snapping the door open and vacuuming the prey and surrounding water inside. The door immediately seals shut behind it, and the plant begins pumping the water back out to reset the vacuum for its next victim. From slippery slopes and underground mazes to lightning-fast vacuums, carnivorous plants prove that when survival demands it, life will engineer mind-blowing solutions to master its environment. If you enjoyed this complete visual breakdown, hit the like button and subscribe to Typology for more.